In today's video, I'll be showing us 4 of the best working glitches for the brand new 1.2 and 1.80 edition of Minecraft Bedrock. And guys, with these glitches, you can duplicate in your single player worlds, realms, X-ray, and get some infinite XP on any Minecraft Bedrock platform, including MCPE, PS4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and Windows 10 editions. And with that being said, let's get straight into the first glitch, which is the single player all item duplication glitch. Real quick, if you're buying Xbox gift cards, stop overpaying. Head over to z2u.com where you can get Xbox Game Pass, gift cards, and in-game items for way cheaper than retail. Use my exclusive link in the description and you'll get double points when you purchase. And it's not just Xbox. Z2U has everything from Steam, PlayStation, Roblox, PC game keys, and way more. So use my link and check it out now. And with that being said, let's get straight into the tutorial. And with that being said, here's everything you need to do this glitch. So to do the glitch itself, all you need is a chest and 9 pieces of dirt. They don't actually have to be dirt, they can be any items of your choice, but you need to be able to place these blocks. After that, you just need the items you want to duplicate, like individual diamonds, stacks of diamonds, or even shulker boxes filled with whatever you like. So you can duplicate any items you want. So go ahead and grab everything. So as you guys can see, I'm in survival mode and I have everything in my hotbar. The first step is to grab your chest and just place it down here for now. And once you've done that, make sure that you have the dirt in your hotbar and the items you want to duplicate ready. So just now go ahead and press escape and save and quit to the main menu. And guys, now that we're here, as with any of these glitches, there's actually always a super tiny chance that something might go wrong and you lose your item. So to prevent that from ever happening, you're just going to want to press this edit world button, then scroll down and press the duplicate world button, and just in a second you should have a copy of your world. So if ever anything goes wrong, you can just go back into the backup and everything will be back there. Now you can go ahead and go back into any of these worlds, it doesn't really matter. And as soon as it loads up, you're going to want to open up the chest and just place in all the items you want to duplicate, making sure to not place down the dirt. Now you're just going to want to grab yourself some clear area like this, and then just slowly start placing down your dirt one by one, just like so. Once you've placed down all your dirt, you're going to want to jump down here, and as soon as that happens, you're going to want to force quit out the game just like that. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and reopen your Minecraft again, but guys, make sure that you actually force quit out the game and not save and quit. So since I'm playing on a PC, I can just press Alt F4 or press escape and go to the top right corner and press the X button to force quit out the game. But if you're playing on a mobile device, you're going to want to go into the recent apps menu and swipe away Minecraft from there and reopen it. And finally, if you're doing this on a console, you're going to want to go into the home page, click more options on Minecraft, and force quit from there. And now finally, let's just go back into the world once your Minecraft's open again, and just like that, you should spawn outside right here with all of the items in your hotbar back just like this. So we have the dirt and the diamonds and the stacks of emerald in our shulker box, and as you guys can see, there's also some dirt blocks of our pillar still left here, which is a good sign. And now if you just open up the chest just like that, we're able to duplicate all of the original items, and as you guys can see, these are legit blocks and not some ghost blocks. You can actually put these down and pick them back up and they'll still be right here. And guys, as you guys can see on screen right now, only about 1.2% of you watching are actually subscribed. So if you guys found this video helpful and got this glitch to work, please do consider subscribing. And with that being said, let's move on to the tips and tricks. So if you're having issues with doing this glitch, the first step is the timing, as the timing is always different for every single world and device. So depending on which platform or device you're playing on, you're going to want to use a different amount of dirt. For me, I found that 9 to 10 pieces of dirt works perfectly. But let's say you're playing on a mobile device, you might want to use less, as it might take you longer to place down these blocks. And if you're doing this on a console, if it takes you longer to force quit out the game, you're also going to want to use less blocks. So you're just going to want to keep on playing around with it until you get it to work. But now let me show you the glitch one more time, but with some tips and tricks along the way. So this time we're going to duplicate a lot of these items. So once you have everything in your hotbar and the dirt, and you've made sure the chest is here, just escape and save and quit. Then just open up the world again, and now instantly open up the chest and place in all the items just like this. As if you have more items that you want to duplicate, you're going to want to be faster. Then just start placing our dirt just like this, one by one, making sure to not place them down too quickly. Then just jump down here. And now force quit out the game. Then just reopen your Minecraft and world, and again, if you did everything correctly, some of the blocks should be here, and you should have all of the items in your hotbar back just like this. And if you open up the chest just like that, we duplicated every single one of the items. And as you guys can see, starting off with just 4 items, we almost have half an inventory worth of them within just a couple minutes. And guys, before you do the glitch, it's super important that you save and quit, as if you don't, the glitch will not work. And if you're using a lot of items, you're also going to want to try and use less blocks, as it might take you longer to put all the items into the chest. So it's all in the timing, you're just going to want to play around with it. And if you're only duplicating one item, you might want to use more of these blocks to try and balance out the timing. And finally, another way you can do it instead of placing down the 9 blocks is just break the 9 dirt around here and then force quit as well. So let me show you that method. If you're struggling with the pillar one, you can just break the floor dirt. So to do that, again, place down your chest and save and quit, open up your Minecraft and world, then just go ahead and place in all the items just like this. Now you're going to want to break 9 blocks from the floor like so. Then you're going to want to force quit as well, just like that. And again, if you did everything correctly, as you guys can see, only some of the dirt that we broke is here. And again, you should have all the items in your hotbar. And if you open up the chest, just like that, we duplicated everything with the other method as well. So any of these methods works, it's all about what you prefer. So as you guys can see, we have a full inventory worth of these items within just a couple minutes. Now let's move on to the second duplication glitch, and that is the realms duplication glitch. With this glitch, you can duplicate any items you want, but not only in single player worlds, but also on your friends' realms or servers. So firstly, you need 35 solid blocks. These can be any blocks of your choice. We'll just be using this to fill out our inventory. After that, you'll need 65 of the items you want to duplicate. So that's a stack plus 1. If you're duplicating something like ender pearl or other things that only stack in 16s, you only need 17 of those items. So just go ahead and grab all these items. And as you guys can see, I'm in survival mode right now and I have all the items in my hotbar. So for the first step, you're going to want to open up your inventory. Then take these 35 items and spread them along your inventory just like this. As you guys can see, the last one I placed down has 2 cobblestones instead of just 1. That is correct. So once your inventory looks like this, the first step is to basically go right here, and then you're going to want to just throw out the extra emerald or any item that you have and just walk back a bit so you don't pick it up. Then grab the extra cobblestone and then fill in your inventory completely. So now even if you walk over this item, you will not pick it up. So once it's like this, what you're going to want to do now is open up your inventory again, and now is a super important step that'll help you do the glitch, and that is to basically pick up this emerald stack, and then as soon as you do that, you're going to want to escape out of the inventory. The timing actually takes some getting used to, and doesn't always work on the first attempt. So let me show you a couple examples. So first, I'm just going to pick it up and then quickly, as fast as I can, close out the inventory. So as you guys can see, that did not work, as we still have the stack in our inventory and the single item just got shot out again. So let's keep repeating that. So as you guys can see, we only have the single item in our hotbar and the whole stack is nowhere to be found. So if you look around, it shouldn't be anywhere. Once you get that part of the glitch done, now you're going to want to press escape and save and quit. That is a super crucial step. And guys, now that we're out here, as you guys can see, this is 1.21.80, and once you've waited anywhere between a couple seconds to a minute, it doesn't really matter, you can just go back into your world again. And if you did everything correctly in your hotbar, you should have a full stack of the items just like this. And if you press E to open up your inventory, boom, just like that, on your cursor, you should have a whole nother stack of items. So just like that, we duplicated a single item into a full stack within just a couple of seconds. So if you guys want to do this glitch again, all you're going to want to do is just make your way to a chest and drop off the extra 63 items that we duplicated and get your original 65 back just like this. Once you've done that again, you're just going to want to throw out the single item, walk back a bit so you don't pick it up, and now fill in your inventory completely. Then again, just stand over like this, and this is the hardest part. So the timing is not always the same for every single world or device. You're just going to want to get used to it. On a PC, it's actually way easier than other devices because I have a mouse and keyboard, which allows me to easily drop the items and close out the inventory within a couple of seconds. So if you're doing this on a mobile device or a console, it might be a bit harder. A good tip is that if you have a keyboard and mouse lying around, I recommend plugging them in and using that instead, as it's way easier to do this glitch with keyboard and mouse. Again, once you have just the single item in your hotbar, you can press escape and save and quit. Then just go back into your world. As the hardest part of this glitch is to just get the single item in your hotbar, and as soon as you do that, you can just leave and come back, and just like that, you can easily duplicate as many times as you want. So as you guys can see, we already got 2 extra stacks within just a couple seconds. So as you guys can see, we already got 2 stacks extra from just the original 65 items we started off with. And yeah, just like that, you can duplicate whatever stackable items you want as many times as you want and get anything you need within just a couple seconds in your realms and single player worlds. And next up, we have the X-ray glitch. With this glitch, you can look underground and find all the ores and caves that you ever need within just a couple seconds. So to do this glitch, this is everything you'll need. You'll need a piston, a solid block of any kind, a lever, a slab, a layer of top snow, which you can easily get with a silk touch shovel, or you can craft it with a couple snowballs. Now to make this glitch work even better, you can use some potion of night visions and a spyglass. So go ahead and grab everything. And once you have everything, just go to the location where you want the X-ray. This can be anywhere in the world. Then dig 2 blocks down just like this. Then go ahead and place on a slab in the bottom and jump right in. Now you're going to want to break these 2 blocks, then place a piston right there, and on the face, go ahead and place in your solid block. Now grab your lever and place it on top of the piston like that. And once you place down this solid block, if you guys want to use the potion, just go ahead and use it now to enhance our vision. Then all you have to do is flick this lever. Now grab your layer of top snow and place it up here, and boom, just like that, we can X-ray, and with the help of the potion, we can see clearly all around here. And now if you have the spyglass, boom, just like that, you can zoom in and see that there's a mine shaft right there and some even gold ore down there, and you can easily explore in whatever direction you want. And if you locate something you want to see, all you have to do is go there and dig down somewhere there, and just like that, you'll be able to find every single thing you ever need. And now last but not least, we have the XP duplication glitch. With this glitch, you can get infinite XP within just a couple of seconds in all your survival worlds. So to do the glitch itself, all you need is a bucket of water, a cobblestone block, and a chest. After that, there's actually two different methods you can do to get the XP. You can either get yourself some bottle enchantings, which you can easily get by trading with villagers or just looting pillager outposts, or you need some enchanted items. The more enchantments on the items, the more XP you'll get. If you're doing that method, you'll need a grindstone as well. So go ahead and grab everything. So once you guys have everything in your hotbar, the first step is just place down your solid block like this. After that, go ahead and break these 4 blocks surrounding the cobblestone. And once you're done with that, you're going to want to grab your chest and place it on top just like this. And while crouching, you're going to want to waterlock this chest. And if you did everything correctly, as you guys can see, the water should flow into these holes right here. And once you place down the water, you can get rid of the water bucket. So this is a contraption that we'll be using to help us get the XP. So once you build this contraption, all you're going to want to do is press escape and save and quit to the main menu. Go ahead and go into any of them, it doesn't really matter. And as soon as it loads up, you're going to want to open up the chest and place in all the items for the method you're doing. After that, you're going to want to jump into the water. As you guys can see, as soon as you get into the water stream, you should start losing some bubbles in the bottom right corner on top of your hunger bar. Once you lose all of these, you'll start taking damage. You're going to want to take between 3 to 5 ticks of damage before you force quit out the game as fast as you can. So just like this. Now you can reopen your Minecraft, but guys, make sure that you actually force quit out the game and not save and quit. So if you're playing on a PC, you can just press Alt F4 or press escape and go to the top right corner and press the X button. If you're doing this on a mobile device, you can just go into the recent apps menu and swipe away Minecraft and reopen it. And finally, if you're on a console, you're going to want to go to the home page, click more options on Minecraft and find force quit and click on that. But now that your Minecraft's open, you can just make your way back into the world that you did the dupe in. And if you did everything correctly, you should spawn outside here with all the items in your hotbar. And if you open up the chest just like that, we're able to duplicate these 2 items. So if you're doing the method with the enchanted items, you're going to want to grab yourself a grindstone and just place it down, or just make your way to your nearest grindstone. And after that, you're just going to want to disenchant the item just like this and just get the item back, and boom, we're able to get 6 levels from just that single item. And if you obviously have multiple of these items, you can duplicate multiple of them at once and get a lot of XP that way. And as you guys can see, we still have the original sword, so you don't have to worry about losing the first one. And if you're doing the bottle of enchanting method, you can just use up these extra ones just like this, and you can get all the XP you need. But just make sure to not take up the original one, as if you do that, you won't be able to duplicate it again. So yeah, you can use up these extra ones all you want and get all the XP you ever need. So as you guys can see, just like that, we're already up to level 14. And now let me show you the glitch again, but with some extra tips and tricks. So again, once you guys have this contraption ready, and you guys have all the items in your hotbar, you're going to want to press escape and save and quit to the main menu. And once again, just go back into your world. And now you're just going to want to quickly place in all the items you want to duplicate in the chest, and then instead of jumping into the water, just start breaking this cobblestone block. And as soon as this block breaks, you're going to want to force quit out the game. So just like that. Then you can reopen your Minecraft and just go back into your worlds. And as you guys can see, just like that, in our hotbar, we should have all of the original items. And if you open up the chest just like that, we're able to duplicate all these items again. And now you can actually do this over and over again until you're happy with the amount of items you have, and then start using them up. As especially for the enchanted items method, I recommend having a bunch of them first, so you can quickly grindstone them down to get all the XP you need. And guys, the more enchantments they have, the more XP you'll get. And now let me show you guys the glitch one more time, but with tips and tricks. A super important step is to make sure, once you've built the contraption, is to have all of the items you want to duplicate ready in your hotbar. So once they're ready, just like this, press escape and save and quit. If you do not save and quit, the glitch will not work. Once you've done that, you can just go back into your world. And now it's all in the timing. You're going to want to quickly open up the chest and place in all the items just like that, and then either jump into the water stream or start breaking the cobblestone block. I recommend the water stream as it's more customizable. So as you guys can see, now we just have to wait for all the bubbles to go, and then as soon as you take 3 to 5 hearts of damage, you're going to want to force quit as fast as you can. So just like that. Then just reopen your Minecraft and your world. Again, if you did everything correctly, you should spawn outside here with all of the items, and if you open up the chest just like that, we duplicated everything again. So now we have 6 stacks of hollow enchantings and 4 of these swords with the enchantments on it. These swords itself will give us almost 30 levels. But guys, if you're still struggling to get this glitch to work, it's all in the timing. If you want a more set method, I always recommend going for the cobblestone one, as if that works for you, it's more reliable and you can repeat it as many times as you want. But if that method's not working, go for the water stream one, as it's more customizable. Just in case you're having issues with finding the correct correct timing. If you use the water stream method, you should be able to customize the amount of damage you take before force quitting to find the perfect amount for your specific world and device, as it is really different for every single person. So hey guys, that's it. Those are 4 of the best working glitches in the brand new 1.2 and 1.80 edition of Minecraft Bedrock.